to the Rock Talk podcast by Rockingham County, New Hampshire. My name is Autumn Newsom. I am the recruiter here in Rockingham County and your host of the Rock Talk podcast series. In this series, we talk about anything and everything to do with Rockingham County, who we are and what we are up to. So in today's podcast, we are going to dive into what a day in the life is like in our Ernest P. Barka Assisted Living Community and all of the unique experiences that our assisted living community has to offer. So in order to help me talk about today's topic, please welcome Kendra Mayall, General Manager at our assisted living community, and Judy Butler, one of our residents at the assisted living community. Welcome you both to the podcast.
Thanks so much.
So much for having us.
We're very happy to be here.
I'm so glad. So I want our listeners to get to know you both. So Kendra, I'd love for you to dive into, your professional background before you got here at Rockingham County, your job title, what you kind of do here. And then for Judy, I'd love for our listeners to get to know you and how long you've lived at the assisted living community, and what you love about it, the unique experiences that you have over there. So Kendra, would you like to get started?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Kendra. I'm the general manager for the Ernest P. Barka Assisted Living Community. I have officially been here over a year, which is very exciting in that role. I know. Feels like longer, huh, Judy? Mm-hmm. Feels like longer. More than a year.
A lot.
My professional background, I come from a private pay community. So I had experience at a private pay community, which is much different here than Rockingham County. I have 10 years of professional experience in the apartment and commercial real estate industry. And then I have some background in L&A work and business. And I kind of have come full circle. So my L&A experience was actually here at Rockingham County at the nursing home, not the assisted living. But I am the general manager, so everything kind of falls under my purview. I hold a license for our community in our name with the state of New Hampshire, which allows us to operate. We are 49 bed community, also accept private pay and Medicaid. And our community is really, really wonderful. And hopefully Judy can chat more about it.
Well,
take it away.
Take it away. Well, I've been here at Ernest B. Barka Assisted Living. It'll be 4 years this month.
Wow. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Best room in the building. Best room in the building. Your apartment.
Oh, my apartment is very nice.
You like it?
Yes. I don't want to leave it.
Oh, good. That's good. And what is it like being a resident at the assisted living community?
Well, it's a very safe environment, for one thing. When you get to be old, you can't really live alone. So it takes a while to get used to it, but it's a very safe environment. There's people around that can help you. And after being here for a while, you get to really get close to the people and to the other residents.
Good.
So it's quite a drastic change, though.
From living on your own.
Life. Yeah, everything's taken away. You can't drive. You can't go anywhere.
Well, there's Neil. There's outings.
There is outings.
Yeah.
We do have a very nice driver, Neil.
Neil is awesome.
He has the patience of Joe, that man.
He does. Yeah.
What kind of outings do you go on?
Well, it all costs. The ride is for nothing. The bus is a freebie, so to speak. But wherever you go, you have to have money too. If you're going to eat, you have to have money to pay to eat. If you're going shopping, you need money to shop. And I think that's the hardest thing because everything is so expensive.
This world is expensive nowadays.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
So,
But where have you gone recently?
well, we go to Walmart about every week, every other week, a trip to Walmart to pick up necessities and things. We went to, not just last week, I think it was, we went to,
Pawtuckaway Park?
yeah, Pawtuckaway. Thank you, Kendra.
You're welcome.
Pawtuckaway.
Yeah.
I never realized how big that was.
Yeah, very expansive.
So that's the main thing is once you get in here, it's like such a stark
Change.
change
Big
Yeah.
change.
from
Yeah.
your everyday life that you've been doing for 80 years.
Right.
And it took a long time. It really took me, I bet, almost 2 years.
To adjust. Yeah.
to adjust.
Well,
It's a big
and,
change.
and also when you moved in, COVID hit, right? So
Yeah,
that
I moved in October and COVID hit right after that.
Wow.
right. So I think it probably your experience moving in was much different than life before COVID. Maybe that adjustment period would have been different, but COVID hit and then it was
it was
very different.
Awful.
Yeah.
I mean, we was living in our rooms.
Right. Well, to keep you safe and all the CMS regulations and everything, those were changing daily.
It
But
was.
I remember the day that we walked around and we threw the masks away. Felt like we won $1 million. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a really good feeling, a feeling of more freedom.
Absolutely. We definitely felt that too because the staff was in masks longer than you all.
Yeah,
Yep.
everybody takes your mask off, they all look different.
I know. It was like,
That's what your face looks like.
It's like, oh, look at, she's got a mouth.
So, Kendra, we've gotten to know Judy a little bit in her positions. Your position, you as a resident. I'd like to learn a little bit more about you and how you keep our community up to date when it comes to things like, making sure we have the best events for our residents, making sure we have the best education for our staff to take care of our residents at the assisted living community. So what do you do in your position to make sure residents like Judy get the best care possible, not only medical, but also in all aspects of the wellness wheel that we're big on?
So that's a great question. We are regulated through the state of New Hampshire. So one of the things that governs us is called an 805 regulation. Every year they come out with new regulations for the assisted living communities or a building that is 805 that we have to follow. And every year they ask for our input as community, as members of New Hampshire Arch, which is the New Hampshire Arch Association of Residential Care Homes, which we are a part of here at Ernest P. Barka. And they ask for our input on new regulations in order to keep our residents safe, making sure that they're receiving the highest care possible. So that is one education source that we use all the time is the state regulations through 805. We have something called Relias, which is an online program for all of our employees to go through, and they can take educational courses. And then we're very glad to have Jason Smith, who is the Senior Director of Long-Term Care, who very much values and believes in education. So he allows us to attend different seminars. Most recently, some of our staff went and took a full day training at at SNHU with Teepa Snow. She is kind of this very in the forefront of teaching everyone how to deal with dementia. Or a caretaker and how you should deal with dementia and what it's really like for someone who's experiencing dementia and how we can better serve them. So some of our staff members went and did a full day training. We now have the virtual dementia experience, which is really kind of amazing that not only are we having staff go through, but we're also having residents go through, as we have some residents who are living in assisted living and their spouses are living over in long-term care and they now have different stages of dementia. So they're able to see and feel what it might be like for their spouse.
Oh, that's awesome.
So a wide variety of areas that allow us to keep up to date and our staff on top of all their education. which is really, really wonderful. We also have some staff members who have been LNAs with us for an extremely long period of time, and then you're now moving forward to get their their MNA license, which is a step forward in their career, step forward in their educational resources, and allows them to take on more responsibility within our community.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Judy, I would love to ask you, we kind of talked a little bit about the activities that we do and making sure that we are having activities that are, all over the wellness wheel. So what is your favorite activity that you like to do over in the assisted living community?
I know something that I see you do all the time.
What?
But I don't know if it's going to be the same thing that you'll pick. What were you going to say?
I can't pick one.
I see you doing puzzles all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Puzzle queen.
I did. They gave me an award.
Oh, you got an
Puzzle
award?
Queen. Yeah.
Puzzle Queen. I love that.
Yeah. I enjoy puzzles. It gets me into my own world, away from a lot of hubbub that's going on.
Mm-hmm. Lots of
And
hubbub.
I can make a picture out of pieces.
You're pretty good at it.
Thank you, Kendra.
You're welcome. What else? You participate in other activities too. You sometimes will go to the baking class. No?
No, I didn't go to the baking class. I had enough baking when I was home.
I thought
You're
you
done
were
with
going
that.
You and
Yeah,
Rachel have done
done
that
with
before,
baking.
no?
What?
Have you and Rachel done that? No?
Have you and Rachel done that before? The baking class? No?
No, Rachel does it with a couple of other residents that are very, very faithful. They do it every week.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But I've seen you eat the baked goods at a party. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, who is Rachel for our listeners that don't know?
Rachel is an angel.
Aww.
She is.
She is an angel. I don't know how she does. She's an activities director.
She is.
And she gets along so beautifully with everybody.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just very happy all the time. She presents a very happy atmosphere.
Rachel has been with us probably about a year now, and she is our social activity director. So every single month, she has a whole entire calendar that gets sent out to all of our residents with all the social activities on them. She also plans every single day. She does different events for everyone. She also plans with Neil the outings. So the Pawtuckaway Park, that was Rachel's idea. So she does all different types of things. What do we have? We have baking. Bingo is a big one that everyone likes. She hosts exercise classes. She does trivia. She does Jeopardy. I believe that they just started knitting. Is it knitting or sewing?
Knitting.
Knitting.
Yeah.
They just started knitting, so they're doing that twice a week now. There's
But there's not many, I don't think, that knit. But there is another resident and myself. I started knitting after 40 years. I used to knit all the time.
Oh, really?
And then I stopped because the arthritis, just
It can hurt your hands.
and your shoulders. But I just made 2 scarves, so I'm on a roll with that.
Yeah, you are.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
They're very pretty. I think Rachel was wearing one of them around. Rachel was.
I made one for Allie. I should ask Allie to see hers. Came out really
Oh.
nice. And I just did finish another one for my grandson.
That's very sweet of you.
And I really enjoy that because I can do that in the comfort of my home,
Apartment.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if I want to get up and move and go out, I can.
There you go.
I do what I want to do, which is a good feeling.
Yeah. You have that
But,
freedom, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So we've talked about your relationship with did you say the social activity director was her official job title, with Rachel. So what about your relationship with the personal care partners and wellness coordinators? What is that like?
Good.
Good.
So Allie and Megan and Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are excellent.
What do they do for you? What types of services do they provide for you as a resident?
They take care of the other residents that need more help, more direction.
So they provide for you. Sometimes they'll just come remind you sometimes to stop by to get medications from the nursing desk. Yeah.
Odd time to go to lunch.
Yeah. Reminders like that. Yep. So Judy doesn't really need a ton of help.
No.
Just some reminders, some check-ins, some companionship. You spend a lot of time with Allie. Yeah. So PCPs and our wellness managers and coordinators, that's how they help Judy. Some of our other residents need more direct care, more direct help. So they might need help with some of their ADLs, which are activities of daily living. So they might need help getting a shower. They might need help getting dressed. More frequent reminders to come down and get a medication that they might have missed. They also take care of laundry and they help tidy up a bedroom sometimes if that's needed. Some of our residents also have some incontinence issues, so they might need help managing some of their incontinence, which our PCPs would help them with. And then our wellness coordinators, they are at our nursing stations. So Amy, Megan, Jane, the ladies on second shift, so Kathy and Maggie, they help administer all of our medications for our residents. So medication management mostly. If someone has a fall, they are able to help them get up. If someone is not feeling well, they're able to do assessments, and we try to plan to find the best way to help them. So that might mean going out to the doctor, or if something is really going on, then they would go out to the hospital. But they are our nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have first shift, second shift, and third shift.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taken care of all the time.
Yeah, there is help there if you need it.
Right.
All around the clock.
They're all very willing to help. They really are. The help is A+.
Oh, good.
A+. It really is.
Good. And so what does your typical day look like? Is it different every day? Is it kind of similar every day? What's your typical day as a resident over there like?
It all starts out the same.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And what does that entail?
That means getting up, getting washed up, get dressed, and get down to the dining room. Get your medication first. Go down to the dining room and have the breakfast, which they have very nice now. We have a cook there. And
Paul?
Yeah, Paul's the cook, and Carrie.
Yep.
And they have a menu every day, which we have at our table. And they come in, and even some of the LNAs come in to see what we want. And they write down everything that we want to eat, present it to Paul, and then they cook it and bring it to us at the table.
There we go.
So
is breakfast yummy?
Well, there's some things you like and there's some that you don't like any place, But yeah, there's some food that is really good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. What comes after breakfast? What do you do?
Then we have... Rachel will take some people out at 9 o'clock to go for a walk out around the front.
Yeah, I see you guys doing that all the time. Yeah.
And then after that, at 9:30, she does chair yoga. There's about, anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 people.
Depending on the day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Also, it's popular.
It is.
Very.
It's very helpful, too. Just that stretching and...
Get you up and moving.
Yep.
Work on your balance.
Yep.
All of that, yeah. That's become very popular. More and more people continue to join chair yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, because it's not really strenuous, but it just, I know it works well for me.
Yeah, get you moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
And it gets those joints so you can move a little bit more. And she's fun. She's fun. She makes everything fun.
She
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's our little angel.
And I'm guessing then comes lunch, right? And lunch is the same story as breakfast, where you get to pick what you want, and then they
Yeah.
bring it to you.
Right.
So what comes after lunch? What do you like to do? Puzzles.
Well, do a puzzle anytime you want, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Just to fill the empty spots. You can grab a puzzle and do a puzzle. After lunch, what do we do? Some people go out for a walk around 1 o'clock. If it's weather's nice, they'll be sitting outside.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We have been getting very lucky with good
Yeah,
weather
we
recently.
have, yeah.
And then
And
it depends. Sometimes there's different things that go on. Like last week you guys went out to the Pawtuckaway Park. So that was an event that people kind of scheduled around. They made wreaths for Thanksgiving or Halloween recently. So it really depends on what's on the social calendar, because some days there's lots of stuff.
There is.
Yeah, I know a big one that everyone looks forward to is happy hour.
Yes, that's very important.
Yes, that one's very important.
Very important. Yeah, everybody seems to enjoy that.
Yes.
And there's some alcoholic drinks, and there's also non-alcoholic.
So you get a good
there's
choice.
Yeah,
There you
is
go.
a choice.
And Paul and Carrie really do a great job of offering. They have different hors d'oeuvres, so depending on when it
Paul
is,
an excellent cook. He's
Yeah.
really so good.
he is good. He has
It-
great ideas. I think there was chili today, chili and
There
cornbread.
was.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds good.
yep.
Yeah.
So
He goes out of his way to do what we want.
Mhm.
And it's hard when you've got
50 people.
50 people
Yeah.
and everybody, you come in from different backgrounds, so your
Yep.
life eatings, you come in here and you have to sometimes settle for maybe not quite what you want.
Right.
Everybody has different preferences.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But he's very good like that.
Mhm.
And Carrie is very good
Yeah.
too. And then the LNAs was come in and help serve. The LNAs are really, really good workers.
Yeah, they really care.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Kendra, I'll direct this question to you. So we've gotten to kind of know what a typical day looks like, what typical events, and really what our assisted living community does for our residents. So you mentioned that you joined the community a little over a year ago, just recently celebrated a year. So I think a lot of changes have come to the assisted living community since you've joined, and since we welcomed our new wellness manager as well. So what sort of changes have happened in the past year, and what sort of changes are in the pipeline for, coming this next year ahead?
Sure. So, we've done some really big changes in our first year together. Lauren Hayward is our wellness manager, which Judy has worked with very closely as well. So Lauren and I officially have been working together a little over a year. Lauren came on a few months before I did. And we really moved away from a medical model in our assisted living, and we really are pivoting towards a more holistic care, a more person-centered model of care for all of our residents. We really want our residents to come in and they kind of dictate what and how they would like to live in our assisted living. They don't have a specified time that they need to wake up. They can choose to wake up when they like. They can choose the day if they need help with showers or laundry. We're really trying to make sure our residents come first in their care, and it's not solely based around when they need to take medications and we're only focused on the medical aspects of their care, because really when you're taking care of a person, you're taking care of them as a whole, spiritual, mental, their activity level, you want to encompass all areas of who they are as a person. And I think that has kind of changed a lot, not only for us here at Ernest P. Barka, but the model of care is really changing across healthcare. So Lauren and I have really pivoted, and we're really having our staff pivot with us. So that is a continuous change that's going on that will probably take us close to five-ish years to totally make that change, which seems like a long time, but a year has gone by very quickly. In the past year, we also have, we're starting renovations in our assisted living because Ernest P. Barka hit 20 years old in January.
That's exciting.
20 years is a long time. So we have redone a few of our rooms. We've redone our community room. We have redone a solarium, a sitting space in the community. And the big project for this fiscal year is to redo our dining room, which we're very excited about. We really want our residents to be comfortable in their spaces, but also we want them to be functional. The needs of our residents have changed over the past of the 20 years. So we want to make sure that we're providing them with areas that they're comfortable in, that serve them in the right ways. So the dining room will be the next huge space that we renovate. So we're very much looking forward to that. Lots of our residents have input on those areas. We get mood boards out. We show them the furniture, colors, and they have a huge say in what those areas looks like, because, 20 years from now, that some of them might still be here. Because lots of our residents come to us at all different aspects and ages of their life. So we have residents who've been with us for an extremely long time, and they should absolutely be part of that process.
Yeah. Yeah. And the most important thing is we work where our residents live. So it's absolutely a privilege to be able to,
Yes.
Do that. So of course it's good to have the residents' input on, things like that, because, you live there. What do you think about the renovations that were done, Judy?
Oh, the community room is beautiful. It
Yeah.
was a mishmash before.
It was.
It was. It
Yeah,
was
you didn't
just-
know what was going on in there before.
No, but they did such a beautiful job.
Mhm. It's such a functional space now. I mean,
It is.
chair yoga, bingo. We had the summer barbecue. We hosted out of there, happy hours in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have families who celebrate birthdays in there. It's just a functional space that allows for lots of different community events and activities for everyone, which is really nice.
It's very comfortable.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
as home should be.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the culture like at the assisted living community amongst the, staff, amongst the staff to residents? Let's kind of talk about what the culture is like, working at the assisted living community.
Sure. So I'll start, Jude, and then you can take over. Our culture at assisted living, for us, it's not just a job. It truly is for a lot of us. It's a passion. It's a calling. A lot of our team members have been a part of Rockingham County for 10, 15, 20 years. I got started here at Rockingham County. I took the LNA class that Rockingham County offered on the long-term care side. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I was in college, and I thought, I'll take the LNA course. And I met wonderful people here. I still have friends who I met over 10, 15 years ago that we're still friends. Also, some of my own personal family members have lived at Rockingham County and ultimately passed. So I think for a lot of us who come and work at the county, it's truly a calling, a passion, and something that you truly just want to serve and help others. And it really, you get to spend your day with 50 of your grandparents every day. You get to be around people who, you really are dependent on you, and you're making a difference. And almost every day you walk out and you feel as if you've helped someone, or you've, maybe not made a huge difference in someone's life, but you know that you have helped someone. And I don't know many careers or lines of duty that, you feel that every day.
Right.
And thankfully, I get to be a part of that and, build relationships with lots of our residents, our resident families. So, they might feel like our residents, but a lot of times they definitely turn into family for us. And I think I can speak for everyone in assisted living. Most of our staff, all of our staff, I would venture to say would say the same exact thing.
Well, you had mentioned that one of your staff members went on vacation to, was it Europe or Italy? Was it specifically Italy?
I think that she went to Italy. She went on a European cruise.
Oh,
Yes.
so a bunch of different places.
Yes.
And the residents were FaceTiming her and calling her and asking her how she's doing.
One of Lauren, our wellness manager, she went on a European cruise, and it was like a longer vacation. So instead of just a week, it was 10 days. And some of our residents, they missed her. So we FaceTimed her, and she gladly answered, and she got to say hi to all of our residents, the ones that were kind of around the nursing station, and check in and say hi to her. And, she's on vacation halfway around the world with her family, and she's taking time out of her day because the residents missed her.
Mm-hmm.
So she took like 10-15 minutes, and she was able to show everybody, the beach, the water, and they were able to check in because, they're so used to seeing Lauren. A few of our residents, some of them have dementia, so a few of them were worried. So to be able to check in and just see her face, a lot of our residents were extremely happy. It calmed a few of their anxieties. But I think that just kind of speaks to who we have as employees and associates over in assisted living. You're on vacation with your family and you're FaceTiming with our residents, just, going over and above.
Yeah. What do you say is the culture like at the assisted living community, Judy?
Like I say, it took me about 2 years to really
Integrate and
yeah.
Well, it's a hard transition, right?
Oh, it was awful.
I can-
Really.
It takes you a couple
you
years.
lose your car, you can't drive. You come in here, you can't.
Well, you can bring your car.
Well, now I couldn't. My son wouldn't.
Well, see, tell the whole story. Tell the whole story. You could, if you would like a car, you can have a car. If your license is valid, there's parking spots for our residents. We have a few residents with cars right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
You are not one of them. No. Yeah.
So I have come to rely on Neil
Yes.
and whatever else I can drum up.
Yeah. You get lots of packages. You got a package last week. Birkenstocks.
Oh, you got new Birkins. You're a shoe girl, aren't you?
Yes.
Your Hey Dudes and your Birkenstocks.
Well, the Hey Dudes was a surprise. That was my son just thought I'd like them.
Ah.
But the Birkenstocks is such an adjustment. You come in here, you lose all your independence.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come and go as you please or do it exactly what you want to do.
Well, you can come and go as you please. You just gotta let us know where you're going. Because I can't, you know what I mean? I can't lose you. Because then we have some trouble.
Well,
You can come. There's sign-in sheets. We have family members who come and take everyone out. We've had people who've called taxis and Ubers before. We have residents who have cars. But I understand. I don't personally understand, but I hear what you're saying. And I can appreciate that transition is very hard. Living independently. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing your medications, you're going out to lunch. And then you move in and you're in an apartment.
Yeah.
And, you're walking down the hallway and there's other people and you're not cooking. So
right,
I can...
a very limited space that's
Yes.
really yours, so
Right.
to speak.
So I can appreciate that is probably a very hard adjustment. But probably an adjustment that most of us will eventually have to go through. Right?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you live to be old, they got to do something with you. No,
Gotta
you
be
do,
taken
because
care of.
you need, you say, a balance.
Right.
You know, there's just certain physical things that don't work like they did when you were 40 or 50.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's just a fact of life.
It is I mean, I slept a different way the other week, and I had to turn my whole body to look.
Yeah, sounds like you need some
I need chair yoga.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'll come to a class this week.
Okay.
Save me a seat.
I put you right in the middle.
Oh, there you go. Star of the
perfect.
show. So other than chair yoga, residents that are able to have their own cars, I'm not sure if that makes our assisted living community unique in any way, but I want to talk about things that make our assisted living community unique. So what's something that is unique about our assisted living community that the residents, the staff enjoy? Let's talk about that a little bit.
What do you think, Jude? What makes us unique?
Well, I don't know. It's hard. When I first came here, I used to complain about this. I couldn't do this. I couldn't go there. Da, 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 da. And my son works in a hospital, and his partner is a nurse. And he kept pounding into my head, you have no idea how fortunate you are to be where you are. It's the best that you can find.
Ernest P. Barka is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to realize that he was right. I mean, I've never experienced another one. And quite frankly,
Right.
I don't want to.
Well, that's good that you're comfortable where you are.
I am comfortable where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I think makes us unique? I think lots of things make us unique. I think lots of our associates who have worked for us have close ties to our community. Lots of our employees have either had family members or people they know who have come through the assisted living and or the long-term care. So I think that makes us unique. I think it makes us unique our pricing compared to other assisted living communities. As you're looking throughout the Seacoast area, some